Hello and welcome to Houston, Texas. For everyone here at the Access Sports Network, this is Dave Stevens, and I'm joined by analyst Mike Steele.
I'm looking at coaching staffs today, Dave. Two coaches who aren't afraid to play ball. Deep passes, trick plays, jailbreak blitzes. We're sure to see them all today.
You said it, Mike. Let's see how things develop today. And he's brought down after a return of 20. Tackled quickly. That brings up second down. He throws one. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete.
On third and long, the defense will likely be in a soft zone. The receiver will need to find that gap in the coverage and show the QB his number. A successful rushing attack makes the defense pull that eighth man into the box, which then opens up the passing game.
Taken down, up near the 37. That brings up second down. Makes the handoff to number 11. That'll be enough for the first down. He tosses one. Tackled up near the 45-yard line. Ellis on the carry.
Another first down, Dave. I tell you, this sets up the play action so well.
Tosses the ball out to the right side of the field.
Go!
The handoff is taken by number 26, and that's enough for a first down.
Blocking can be one of the more overlooked aspects of running, but their impact on that first down run was pretty evident.
McKenzie dropping back. The receiver can't bring it in. McKenzie back to pass. That will move the chains. King on the run. That will bring up second down. Drops back into the pocket. It's caught for the score.
When close to the end zone like that, the quarterback has to be precise with his passes and has to make smart decisions. Nice, accurate throw there for 6.
And it's good. Houston striking first. 7-0.
The first touchdown of the day creates huge momentum. It makes the other team feel like they're working uphill.
The kick is caught at the 1. Tackled after a return of 20.
This is a pressure drive for the offense. They've got a chance to pull back into the driver's seat with a score on this possession.
Hine takes the ball. The ball's on the ground. That will move the chains. Pitching it off to number 32. That will bring up second down. That signals the end of the first quarter. The Bombers out in front for now. 7-0. Hine takes the ball.
That was a great pickup on third and short. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
That will bring up second down. Tosses a pass down the middle of the field. That gets us to third down.
This is not the situation the offense wanted to be in on third down. Let's see what they come up with.
First down.
Go!
He makes the throw. The pass is caught by number 15. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
That play really caught the defense off guard. I'm not sure what they were expecting there on first down, but it wasn't that.
Third down. The pitch is taken by number 34. Seattle takes a timeout here.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to play the field position game. Get yards when you can and hope for a good stop on defense so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
McKenzie with the toss. Dropping back. Tosses a pass. Pulled in by number 18. That will move the chains.
It's not always the wide-open guys you throw to. The later in the progression you get, the more you gotta thread the needle.
Go! The away team bringing pressure. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground.
In these third and short situations, there are really so many different options for teams. Based on these matchups, I'm expecting a quick pass.
Hike. He punts it away. And the punt sails into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
It's a one-score game, Dave. You have to feel good about your chances here if you're the offense. Let's see how they execute.
Hine takes the handoff. Houston calls the first timeout. Second down. Caught by number 32. Houston uses their second timeout. That brings up a crucial third down. Stopped before he could break loose at the 27-yard line. Houston will call their third and their final timeout here. That brings up fourth down.
That's a smart play call. You were in a bad position on third down. Take a few yards and live to fight another day.
Screen pass over to the right side. That brings up second down. Drops back into the pocket. He makes the throw to the sideline. That will bring up third down. McKenzie handing it off. That brings up fourth down.
That's the right call in that situation. The defense is stacked against the pass and is hoping the offense wants to take a deep shot to try and pick up the first down.
He steps out of bounds.
The offense.
And that brings us to the end of the second quarter. The home team out in front for now, 7-0. The kick is off to start things off. The kick is caught at the 1. Makes the return up to the 21. Let's check in with our sideline correspondent, Emma Adams. Emma, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Dave. I had a chance to talk with the coach for the Bombers. He said he was pleased with their performance so far, despite being down by a score. He said they'll get back to the drawing board and make some adjustments during the break. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the insight, Emma. The Bombers on the rush. Fourth down. He punts it away. Robinson takes the punt, tackled after a return of 9.
Houston can make this a two-score game with a nice drive and finish here. Let's see if they can execute.
And he's tackled. That brings up second down.
In the pregame, the coach talked about the secondary taking some risk, but they need a little more reward out of their guys today.
That gets us to third down.
With only a short distance for the first down, I wouldn't be surprised if they line up and dive straight up the middle.
Hike. The punt's away. And the punt sails into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Seattle has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
That brings up second down.
This is a wideout that we've constantly seen play fearless. He knew he was in the heart of the defense and still focused to reel in that pass. Hike.
High on the carry. First down.
When you can pick up the first by running, it really opens up your playbook for the next set of downs.
That gets us to second down.
Sometimes it's necessary to throw it in there like that to reduce the chance it gets picked off.
Delgado pitching it out. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down by Hawkins.
That's a safe play on third down. When you've got a long way to go, sometimes you're better off just picking up a few yards and kicking it.
And he's brought down after a return of 9.
If the offense can get another score in this drive here, it will really put the pressure on.
Caught by number 26. Stop up at the 43-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down.
That's the kind of talent this team has, Dave. Moving the ball at will against a defense that isn't full of slouches.
The third quarter comes to an end. Houston leading 7-0. He sets up and throws over to the left side. McKenzie pitching it out. Second down. McKenzie back to pass. That gets us to third down. Makes the toss to number 26. That'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to play the field position game. Get yards when you can and hope for a good stop on defense so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
Castillo kicks it off. Meyer catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 20.
Seattle needs to get something going on this drive.
Delgado back to pass. The tackle is made by Robinson. Tackle made by Franklin. Seattle will call timeout. That brings up a crucial third down. He can't make the catch. Drops back into the pocket. Incomplete pass.
Failed fourth down conversions can often be the turning point in a game. The offense couldn't get it done, and now the other team will take over on downs.
The QB will be sacked in the back at the 35. The pass connects with number 26. Third down. McKenzie dropping back. It's caught by number 11. That brings up fourth down.
Frequently, those passes can get tipped at the line. I think the linebacker is asking those guys up front to get a hand up once in a while. It needs to be go time for the offense. They need to stop messing around. Tighten up your chin strap and get ready to drive the ball down the field.
Tipped away and incomplete.
As Boomer would say, knock it down.
He drops back to pass. Caught. Seattle takes their third timeout. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. Steps into the pocket. He can't bring it in. Drops back into the pocket. Snagged out of the air by number 89. And that's enough for a first down.
With that first down, the QB gets a bit more comfortable, which really helps his confidence going forward.
Scanning the field. Knocked down, incomplete.
Wood came in and got a hand on the ball and left no chance for the completion. That was a great aggressive play.
That'll bring up fourth down.
The quarterback did a nice job not trying to do too much there. You don't want to turn it over and put extra pressure on your defense.
He pitches the ball to the runner. That gets us to second down. McKenzie dropping back. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete.
In situations like this, my old coach used to say, if we can't run the ball for a couple of yards and get a first down, then we don't deserve to be on the field. We'll see what they do here.
Armstrong on the punt. And the punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. That brings an end to the game, and time for us to take a look at the Mike Steele stud of the game. Mike, who are you thinking had the most impact today?
Ellis for the Bombers. Made the whole team better today and earned my stud award.
Welcome, football fans, to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Dave Stevens, and analyst Mike Steele is in the booth with me, as always.
Dave, as we both walked up to the booth, it's palatable in the air. Not just the players and the coaches, but also the fans, the trainers. Heck, the concessions guy gave me extra nachos. Everyone's amped for this game.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head with that, Mike. Well, let's get right to the action. Drops back into the pocket. Makes the throw way downfield. Incomplete. Pitches it out to number 24. Third down. Bascom makes the sack. The offense will lose about 5. That'll bring up fourth down.
They were able to make the completion, but they'll come up well short of the first down.
The kick is caught at the 10-yard line. River looking to pass. Loose ball on the field. River dropping back. Fires one off to the sideline. Third down. Pitches the ball out to the runner.
That's a safe play on third down. When you've got a long way to go, sometimes you're better off just picking up a few yards and kicking it.
Brown catches the punt, and he's brought down after a return of 13. There looks to be an injury down on the field. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Jones pitching it out. That gets us to third down. Dropping back. He is sacked by number 20.
On third down, the temptation to push the ball down the field is greater, but this quarterback did the right thing by taking what the defense gave him.
Taken at the 20, tackled after a return of 11. Tackled quickly by Wilson. Second down. Dropping back. He makes the throw to the right side. That gets us to third down. That marks the end of the first quarter. Both teams still scoreless. He hands it off.
The coach showed some wisdom and football knowledge on that call. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another day.
Brown takes the kick, makes the return up to the 42. He drops back to pass. Doesn't seem to be able to find anyone open. He steps back to pass. He hurls one. The receiver can't bring it in. Rockets one over the middle. He can't make the catch. Let's see how the penalty affects things. The away team is going to go with the results of the play instead of the penalty.
The defense executed perfectly on that play. Covered the top to take away the first down pass and force the short throw. Now they're in a fourth down situation.
The away team starts the drive from the 29. He makes the screen pass up the middle. The away team calls the first timeout. River looking to pass. Airs one out over the middle. He can't bring it in. There is a flag on the play. Incomplete. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. The away team takes the penalty.
As a defender, you have to be smart and realize the quarterback may try to draw you off sides.
The ball falls to the ground, incomplete.
This is exactly why 3rd and long is so hard to convert. It takes time for the receivers to get to the first down marker, and by then, the QB is under pressure and forced to make a difficult throw.
Makes the return up to the 50. He pitches the ball to the runner. Atlanta calls the first timeout. That will bring up 2nd down. He steps back to pass. Makes a hard throw past the first down. Atlanta calls their 2nd timeout. Good enough for a first down.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
Number 24 takes the ball. That will bring up 3rd down. Fourth down. There's the kick. It's good. They convert from 47 yards out. Atlanta with the first score of the game. 3-0.
It always feels good to get the first score. It just seemed to take a good bit of pressure off.
Tackled after a return of 33.
It's a one-score game, Dave. You have to feel good about your chances here if you're the offense. Let's see how they execute.
River pitching it out. The away team calls timeout. 2nd down. River tosses one out. That brings up 3rd down. Quarterback to pass. He sends one. The receiver can't bring it in.
You can't blame the quarterback for taking a shot there. They weren't in a great situation on 3rd down and needed to chuck it downfield to try and pick up the first.
That marks the end of the 2nd quarter. Atlanta leading 3-0. Here comes the kicking team. Shelton sends this one into the end zone. Ray takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 34. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Emma Adams. Emma, what can you tell us?
Gentlemen, I had a chance to speak to the coach for the Razorbacks. He seemed frustrated with their low passing yards in the first half. There are some weaknesses in the secondary that he thinks they can take advantage of, but they haven't been able to do so as of yet. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update, Emma. 3rd play of the drive for the away team. River steps back into the pocket. Incomplete.
These are the types of situations you always want to stay out of because the defense can just pin their ears back and rush the passer.
He can't make the catch.
3rd and longs are one of the hardest down and distances to convert. The defense did a great job holding them up there.
Brown catches the punt.
The home team has a one-possession lead going into the drive. Let's see what they can do with it.
Fires one short, and they can't connect. Incomplete. He makes the pitch. That brings up a crucial third down. Jones back to pass. Zings it. Pulled in by number 12. He drops back to pass. The runner breaks out of the tackle. And it's caught for a touchdown.
The home team had all cylinders firing on that touchdown.
The kick is made. And it's good. Atlanta adds another score. 10-0.
Don't let the score fool you, fans. This has been a very physical game, and it's really taken its toll.
Ray takes the kickoff. Makes the return up to the 34-yard line.
The away team has dug themselves into quite a hole here. They've got a chance to regain some of that on this drive.
Tosses one to the back. Second down. Steps into the pocket. Throws a pass up the middle.
We see the ref checking the ball after that. Officially, he's looking at air pressure, but personally, I think he's looking for burn marks.
Fourth down.
That's a smart play call. You were in a bad position on third down. Take a few yards and live to fight another day.
Brown takes the punt. Makes the return up to the 49-yard line.
It's going to take multiple possessions for the defense to get back into this game. I'm expecting a lot of runs on this drive to keep the clock moving.
The receiver can't bring it in. And he's taken down by Cunningham. That gets us to third down. Jones looking to pass. Missed tackle. And they can't connect. Incomplete.
When it's third and long, sometimes you've got to throw it downfield, even when you know that's exactly what the defense is expecting. It just didn't work out for them at that time.
Fielded at the 11.
So much of football is mental. The offense needs to get a score in this drive to build some confidence if they want any shot of coming back in this game.
That marks the end of the third quarter. Atlanta out in front for now, 10-0. River drops back. Hurls a pass. Incomplete. Third down. Steps into the pocket. He tosses one deep downfield. Good enough for a first down. River pitching it out. That gets us to second down. Penalty marker on the field. And he misses his mark. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. The away team takes the penalty.
The QB did a good job with his snap count there to force that offsides.
That brings up third down. Penalty marker on the field. Sends a pass to the left side. Touchdown! Let's see what the call on the field is. Touchdown!
Put 6 on the board for them. The defense seemed ready for it, but the offense just wouldn't be denied. That's a great example of a player just stepping up and making a play to get a touchdown.
It's good. The away team eats away at the lead a bit. 10-7.
So the fans that left are maybe starting to wish they hadn't. Hang on to your seat, folks.
Makes the return up to the 36.
The home team has the chance to make this a 2-score game with this possession.
Jones gives it away. The away team uses their first timeout. He hands it to number 24. The away team takes their third timeout. That brings up third down. Penalty marker on the field. Airs one out deep to the left side of the field. Well, we'll see if that holds up after the penalty. Atlanta elects to decline the penalty.
That's how you execute a 3rd and short. Great pickup for the offense.
Bryant on the reception. The away team will use their 3rd and final timeout here. That will bring up first down. The handoff is taken by number 24. That gets us to 2nd down. Jones steps back into the pocket. Penalty marker on the... It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Let's see what the call on the field is. The away team accepts the penalty.
Some would argue that taking a holding penalty is better than a sack.
That brings up a crucial 3rd down.
In these longer passing situations, the receivers need to try and find a seam down the field or gap behind the coverage to sit down in and try and pick up the first down.
Mike, you know what time it is. We're all anxious to hear who you've got as the stun of the game. Who is...
Today, I'm picking Chandler for the home team. He clearly was the most influential player of the game.
Welcome, football fans, to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Dave Stevens along with my partner, Mike Steele.
You ever wake up and just know something great was going to happen, Dave? I usually don't have that feeling before I come into work with you, but I've set my DVR at the house, and I'd recommend you do at home as well, because I feel like a record falls today.
Well, I think fans at home are thinking the same thing, Mike. Let's see how things develop today. Shelton kicks it away to begin the game. Merrill catches the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 19.
Black 5, go!
Tackled near the line. 2nd down.
Blue 4.
Steps into the pocket. He tosses a screen over the middle. That will bring up 3rd down.
Black 8, set.
McKenzie looking to pass. Sets his feet and throws up beyond the 1st down. Drop pass.
When I played, I'd always look to quickly get the ball back to a receiver after a drop. You want them to get that mistake out of their mind as soon as possible.
Tackled after a return of 21.
Green 3, set.
Throws a pass. The pass connects with number 12. That will move the chains.
That play really caught the defense off guard. I'm not sure what they were expecting there on 1st down, but it wasn't that.
Jones handing it off. That gets us to 3rd down. Jones back to pass. William catches it. Lining up for a short field goal. Here's the kick. And he makes it from 20 yards out. Atlanta goes out in front today. 3-0.
A field goal isn't the way they'd hope to start off the game, but I'm sure they're happy to take the initial lead.
Merrill catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 19.
This is a good position for offense to be in. It's a one-score game, and they've got a good opportunity to go down the field and get some points.
2nd down. Steps into the pocket. He hurls one deep down the center of the field, and it's dropped.
If I were the quarterback, I'd go right back to him to let him get his confidence back.
Makes the toss to number 26. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Being able to consistently convert 3rd and short makes all the difference in the world.
2nd down.
Green 3, Green 3, set.
McKenzie dropping back, makes the throw. The receiver can't bring it in.
Red 16, red 16, hike.
He sets up and throws. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete.
The QB took a deep shot there for the first down, but the defense had it covered the whole way.
Taken at the 19-yard line.
This drive coming up is a good chance for the offense to give themselves a bit of breathing room.
He tosses it to the runner. Stopped before he could break loose. That brings up second down.
Green 3, set.
Dropping back. He hurls one way down the right side. And that's enough for a first down. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Atlanta leading 3-0. Number 24. He scored.
This is big boy football. The defense might consider getting some new guys in because they just got manhandled.
And it's good. Atlanta widens their lead 10-0.
They just keep pouring it on, Dave. But that's the competitiveness of this league. You can't let off the throttle.
Merrill catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 19.
Houston has dug themselves into quite a hole here. They've got a chance to regain some of that on this drive.
And he can't pull it in.
Well, Dave, Stickum isn't legal anymore, so this receiver has to maintain focus, or he's going to be getting plenty of splinters from the bench soon.
Complete. That gets us to third down. Dropping back. Throws past the first down marker. Good enough for a first down.
That's just beating the defense. They really can't even attack because they keep giving up yardage.
The quarterback decides to run. Second down.
Hike.
Ellis on the run. Houston takes their first time out.
Blue 33.
In these
Blue
third and
33.
short situations,
Red.
there
Hike.
are really so many different options for teams. Based on these matchups, I'm expecting a quick pass.
McKenzie drops back. Throws it deep down the field. Tipped away and incomplete.
Teams practice tip drills for moments just like that. If that ball hadn't been tipped up a bit more, we might have seen an interception.
And he's forced out. That gets us to third down. The QB hands it off.
A big third down pickup for the offense to continue the drive.
He flings a pass along the left side. Houston calls their second timeout. Second down.
As a coach, you always want a quarterback to be able to zip it into tight windows like that to put pressure on the defense.
McKenzie steps back into the pocket. King with the catch. He's tackled by Wilson. That'll be enough for the first down.
That was a great pickup on third and short. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
Soto makes the completion. That gets us to second down. McKenzie looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone for a touchdown.
This receiver, such a good wingspan. He's got the ability to get that ball even when the ball isn't perfectly passed.
Just barely missed it. Houston recovered some ground with that score, 10-6.
The defense needs a score on this drive, or they'll risk blowing their lead and letting them come back.
Chandler takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 22.
Atlanta has the chance to make this a two-score game with this possession.
He hands it to number 24. That will bring up second down.
Green 1. Set
He
hike.
drops back to pass. Screen pass over to the right side. The receiver can't bring it
Blue
in.
47.
It can be tempting to
Blue
take a shot
47.
down the field to try and pick up the first down, but the offense needs to be really careful here that they don't force anything and turn the ball over.
Atlanta is set to kick this one away.
Set hike.
The punt's away. The kick is caught at the 29-yard line.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
The pitch is taken by... He drops the ball. He steps in for 6.
From the moment he picked up that ball, Dave, he wasn't going to be denied that touchdown.
It's up. And it's good. Atlanta widens the gap a bit with that score. 17-6.
Atlanta is really moving out in front of this matchup.
Merrill takes the kickoff. Tackled after a return of. That signals the end of the second quarter. The Razorbacks with the lead. 17-6. Here comes the kicking team. Castillo boots it to the right side. Chandler takes the kick. And he's brought down after a return of 22.
Red 9.
Let's check in with
Red
our
9.
sideline
So-
reporter, Emma Adams. Emma, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Dave.
Black
I
39.
caught up with the coach for
Black
Atlanta during
39.
halftime.
Ready.
He was happy with the way his
Select.
team defended the pass. Controlling the passing game was a major coaching point during the week, and he believes his squad is executed well. Adjustments will be made at halftime, so it'll be interesting to see if they can continue to have success in the secondary.
He drops the ball. Finally brought down. That'll be enough for the first down.
Giving up those yards so quickly. Even the mascot looks frustrated with the defensive.
Number 24 catches it. That'll be enough for the first down.
Set hike.
That gets us to second down.
Set hike.
Jones back to pass. Grabbed out of the air. And he's taken down by Ruiz. Good enough for a first down.
Simple pass and catch with that, Dave. Every kid's dream. You look up and see you're the guy wide open just waiting for the ball.
Set hike.
It's caught for the score.
With such a small part of the field to work with and a tight window to throw it through, that throw had to be perfect.
And he missed it. Atlanta widens their lead. 23-6.
The away team would do well to really focus here. They need to execute a quick drive and score to get back into this game.
Merrill catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 22.
The away team
41.
has a great
Black
opportunity
41.
here to build some momentum and eat away at that lead they're facing.
Throws the ball. Pass complete to number 15, and that's enough for a first down. McKenzie back to pass. He flings a pass past the first down. Incomplete. McKenzie steps back into the pocket, and it's picked off by the defense.
O'Brien was in the
Red
right
9.
place at the
Red
right time for
9.
that interception.
Set.
The home team will be looking to turn that turnover into some points here.
He tosses it to the runner. That brings up second down. He throws the screen to the right side.
Someone on the defense is going to get an earful when they get to the sideline.
Ready.
He drops back to pass. Chandler makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down. Jones drops back, throws one. Tackle made up at the 44.
Hike.
Number 24 takes the ball. That signals the end of the third quarter. The Razorbacks leading 23-6. Throws a pass. First down. Jones steps back into the pocket. Bryant grabs the ball out of the air. That will bring up first down.
You know, Dave, you can only go from first down to first down so many times before it turns into points on the board.
Go!
Setting up the screen to the middle of the field. And he steps in for 6. Touchdown.
As a receiver, when you're close to the goal line, your route running becomes even more important because the defender knows you have limited options for where you can run. Excellent job there.
It's good. Atlanta adds another score, 36.
In many ways, this one was not the game we expected, Dave, but certainly this type of lead has made a statement. The offense needs to get to work here. They've got an uphill road ahead of them to retake the lead and would do well to get things rolling now.
Breaking away from the defense. And he crosses the goal line for a touchdown.
That's a great example of a player just stepping up and making a play to get a touchdown.
It's good. Houston reclaims some lost ground, 30-13.
Atlanta needs to be careful on offense here. A turnover could really spark the rest of this comeback.
Chandler takes the kick. Tackled after a return of 22.
The defense has their backs to the wall here. Look for some aggressive blitz packages and tight coverage.
Throws the ball deep to the right side of the field. And it's deflected.
Just a great play by the defender there. He knew he wasn't in the greatest position, but he still found a way to make a play on the ball.
Complete to number 11.
Go!
Jones hands it off. That brings up second down.
Blue 47. Blue 47.
Drops back into the pocket. And the receiver just can't find the handle.
When I played, I'd always look to quickly get the ball back to a receiver after a drop. You want them to get that mistake out of their mind as soon as possible.
The punt goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston needs to get something going on this drive.
Quarterback to pass. Scrambling. He's tackled up near the 24. Houston will call timeout. He drops back to pass. Setting up the screen. Fumble. He's brought down close to the 29.
Merrill needs to tuck that ball away better when contact is coming. Houston needs to get their act together on defense. They'll need a big turnover or a quick stop to try and shift the momentum back in their favor.
Second down.
Go!
Throws it along the right side of the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown.
That was a great short strike into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's good. Atlanta widens the gap a bit with that score, 37-13.
The home team is really moving out in front of this matchup.
And he's brought down after a return of a lot of great performances today, Mike. Who do you have as the stud of the game?
This is a clear choice for me today. I'm selecting Chandler for Atlanta. He made this game a highlight reel today.